What's going on, guys? So this is my video on how I was able to get through and defeat benzo withdrawal. I personally was taking klonopin. I wasn't even taking it daily or anything like that. I was mostly taking it like every other day and things like that, or like maybe to like help sleep here and there. And it just eventually kind of got, a little out of hand by a certain point. And before I knew it, um, after taking it like that for years and actually being fine, um, it just got to a point where before I knew it, I was in a benzo hell. And uh, and my withdrawal lasted about, I'd say it lasted about 3 months for me. And I think I I think I did a lot of things that really helped speed up the process and make it as comfortable as it could possibly be. Um, easily one of the hardest things I've ever been through. I mean, I can't even really explain just what it's like. I mean, I had demons in my head, basically just like fucking demon voices in my head. Like that's just the level of insanity that occurs when you're going through a benzo withdrawal. I mean, it was horrible. Like I couldn't watch TV shows. I couldn't play games. I couldn't read books. I couldn't do really anything for weeks and weeks and weeks. And then, I was finally able to start doing those things slowly, and I knew I was starting to make some progress at that point. So, anyways, let's just get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the supplements that I took that really, actually, really did help me. Two in particular that really, really helped a lot. That you guys definitely need to get if you're going through a benzo withdrawal. So I'm gonna start off with gabapentin. This is prescribed gabapentin. I was taking this before I started withdrawing, and I never stopped taking it. Even while I was withdrawing, I tried to take it less, but nonetheless, it did help because, of course, it increases your GABA, so it did help. I'm not saying go get this prescribed or anything like that, but it did help with mine. Um, let's see, Ginkgo Leaf. So Ginkgo Leaf. This is like a memory supplement, but it's also gonna help you relax. It helps with like circulation in your brain, and it overall it helps you relax a little bit. So anything that can help you relax, even if it's just like by 0.5% when you're going through a benzo withdrawal, just you probably need to take it, because like, man, kava kava. Definitely one of the things that helped me a lot. Just really, really helped me out. Again, it's nothing of like a tremendous relief from the hell that you just from the crazy levels of anxiety that you're gonna be going through during benzo withdrawal, but it certainly helped me a lot taking this daily. And it does hit on the GABA receptors, but some people may not agree with this. I just don't think that's a big deal. I mean, the main thing you're trying to do when you're on a benzo withdrawal is you're trying to get off what you're taking. Supplements like kava kava or like even a GABA supplement, it's not gonna hit on your GABA receptors near, like, even close to the level that a benzo hits on it. Okay, so like I really do think you'll be fine. This helped me a lot. Taking kava kava really helped me a lot. Helped me get through it. So I recommend it. At least give it a shot. I may as well pull out this other one real quick. Give me a second. So, um, I took this sometimes at night, just this GABA supplement I got from Whole Foods. It has 750 milligrams of GABA, natural GABA in there. I would take this on particularly bad days during the withdrawal and towards nighttime to help me fall asleep, and I did notice that it would help me fall asleep. So again, I would overall try and avoid a direct GABA supplement when you can, but on particularly bad days during your withdrawal, I don't think it's gonna hurt at all to take a GABA supplement. So yeah, on those particularly bad days or when you're just having a brutal time trying to fall asleep, I would pick that up and give it a shot and see how it works during your withdrawal. Another thing that I took is this stress support supplement from Whole Foods. It has a bunch of different stuff in there. Organic lemon balm herb, passion flower, basil, ashwagandha, some ashwagandha in there. Just a bunch of different stuff in there. This definitely helped. I took this twice a day. Definitely just helped relax me just a little bit, you know. Like I said, anything that helps relax you just even slightly, it's worth taking. Next, just a direct ashwagandha supplement. Definitely recommend this. It definitely helps. It definitely helped me. So I recommend it. This one absolutely everybody should take during benzo withdrawal. That is L-Theanine. L-Theanine, I would take this during the closer to night, trying to fall asleep. L-Theanine is just gonna relax you, help you fall asleep, and it's gonna. I've read somewhere before that it's gonna help restore your natural GABA levels to a normal level. So I couldn't recommend L-Theanine enough. It's definitely one of the best ones. Next, I took a garlic supplement, and I'd also highly recommend, more than just a garlic supplement, I would recommend getting raw organic garlic from the grocery store and just, you know, crush it up and just swallow the whole thing whole with a glass of water. Garlic, it reduces your blood pressure, and so therefore it's just gonna relax you. It's gonna help relax you and gonna help you fall asleep. So I would swallow like 3 to 5 cloves of garlic, and I'd heavily recommend that. Next, vitamin D, of course. Definitely want to be making sure you get enough vitamin D when you're going through the benzo withdrawal. A B stress complex vitamin. This would help me a lot. I would just take it, take it when you start your day, and this is gonna help give you like a relaxed kind of energy. Or not even really energy. I didn't notice it giving me energy. I think it just helped just further relax me as much as I possibly could. Let's see. Did I show? So for sleep, and then I'm gonna get to these, and then I'm gonna show you the two most important things by far. I would take this sleep support supplement from Whole Foods. It's a little pricey, I'm not gonna lie, but these things were an absolute fucking lifesaver during benzo withdrawal. These really would help me sleep, and if these didn't do the job on their own, then this is what I take. I also got this from Whole Foods. It's Irwin Naturals Power to Sleep PM. It does have a little bit of natural GABA in there, just a little bit though, not too much. And I would just take the recommended or the serving size is 2 of them. I would just take one if I could and see if that would help me fall asleep. But taking 2 of these and 2 of these would pretty much knock me out, help me sleep a lot. Not always, of course. I can't even count how many sleepless nights I had going through the benzo withdrawal. I mean, it's brutal. It's brutal. I mean, I eventually just got used to being on no sleep. Like that's just how it works. But yeah, definitely those two. Definitely those two. Again, a little pricey, but I really can't speak highly of them enough, like just how much they really did help me. Okay, now to the next two supplements that helps more than anything by far. First, of course, is CBD oil. This is a 1,000 milligram per serving, or 1,000 milligram, 33.3 milligram per serving hemp lucid brand CBD oil. This helped a lot falling asleep and just just staying as relaxed as possible during the whole process. Can't recommend a potent CBD oil enough. It really, really helps going through it. And this is the one I think that helped more, absolutely more than everything. It's this new mood and relaxation supplement, and it just has a lot. It has a lot of magnesium. It has a lot of herbs in there, like valerian, chamomile, lemon balm, and niacin. Vitamin D is in there. A little bit of that. This would help more than anything. Take this at night, like 9, 10, 11 p.m., or like closer to when you're going to sleep. This really would help more than anything during my entire withdrawal process. I can't recommend this stuff enough. It's pricey, unfortunately. It's about $60. $60 for 60 capsules, basically. But seriously, if there's one supplement I can't recommend enough when you're going through a benzo withdrawal, it's this one, big time. So yeah, that's those are the supplements I took. Now let's get on to what I actually did and what I recommend when you're going through the process. For me, what I would do to just get rid of the insane amounts of anxiety and energy you have on a daily basis, or help get rid of as much as possible, is I would go on 2 to 3 hour walks basically every day. Um, that doesn't matter if you're on 2 or 3 hours of sleep or even no sleep, doesn't even matter. I know it sounds brutal, but that helped me significantly, and I think that's why my withdrawal only lasted 3 months. I think that's a large reason. Is because I went on 2 to 3 hour walks basically every day until my feet just like couldn't handle it, and then I would take a day off doing it. Um, Exercise, any kind of, really just any kind of, just very, very rigorous exercise in general is just going to help speed up the process exponentially. Um, because of course, when you're exercising, you're helping regulate your brain. Like every time you exercise, you're getting your brain to a more normal state. You're helping just get it back to normal. So you're gonna have to exercise, even if it's as brutal as like a 2 to 3 hour walk every day, which is not easy at all, especially during the summer. I was doing this during the summer, like June, going out in 95 degree weather and doing it, and I felt like I was so dizzy. I felt like I was gonna fucking faint in the middle of those walks. I felt like I was just gonna fall on the floor. I was so anxious doing that, but I never did faint once. I never fell over walking. I never had a crazy panic attack while I was walking or anything like that. So I can't recommend that enough. Like, go on very, very long walks every day, or do weightlifting if you can. Just rigorous exercise. And when I would get done with exercising, I would go home and I would take a really, really hot bath, like a really hot bath, and I would put lavender Epsom salt in there. Lavender is just gonna help relax you even more. It's the relaxing herb. So I would put lavender Epsom salt, and Epsom salt detoxes your body. I found that to be very helpful. It would make me sweat a lot. I feel like the more you can sweat, just the better when you're going through a benzo withdrawal. Um, and so yeah, I can't recommend that enough. Like long, rigorous exercise, long walks, and take really, really hot baths. Take as many baths as you need to, because there is something about taking a bath that just seems to relax your body, and it really, really helps when you're going through a benzo withdrawal. So yeah, can't recommend that enough. The other thing I did, so in terms of like taking the medication, what I would do is, and this may not be for everybody, but I would recommend this if you can do it, because I think this helps speed up the process. I would I would go as long as possible. And I would basically just go as long as possible to take the dose that I needed to. At first, I started off with, I had to take it every day, at about nighttime to help fall to around the time going to sleep. Otherwise, I would just, the symptoms would be insane. I couldn't sleep. So I would, every day at nighttime. And yeah, so that's what I started off at. But the longer you go with it, I would basically just try and push the time that I took that I took the klonopin as long as possible. So like, for example, like at first I would go 15 hours without taking klonopin, right? And then I would take it. The next day I would try and go 16 hours without taking it, and then I would take it. The day after that, I would go 17 hours, see if I could do that without taking it. And then before I knew it, I could go 20 hours and take my tiny little piece or whatever. And then it just keeps going from there. Before I know it, I'm going 2 days without taking it. And then I would take it. And then I found that to work really, really well. So basically just see how this works for you, but go as long as possible without taking it until you just can't stand the symptoms. You just can't fucking take it anymore, and then take it. I just feel like there's something about doing that, even though it's really hard, easier said than done. I think there's something about doing that helps kind of get your brain back to like not having it. I just feel like there's something to that method that kind of helps speed it up. Really, it really worked for me again though, like, even though it was not easy at all, but I would give that a shot, see if you can do it. If you can't at first, then don't sweat it. Just take your time. Take as much time with this as you need to. That's very important to keep in mind. And I would also just cut up the I would basically just cut up the pill as small as I could make it, until it would relieve the symptoms. Like, that would also help a lot. Just basically just You're gonna have to do this for yourself and experiment with it, but just cutting up the pill until it's as small as you really need it to just alleviate the symptoms, to make it bearable, right? I mean, obviously the symptoms aren't going to go away with your weaning dose, but to just cut it up to where it's manageable enough, and make the dose as low as possible. That sped up the process for me, no doubt. Um, Drinking alcohol, I would do it personally. I would still drink a little bit. It didn't really interfere with anything. I didn't get drunk or anything. I would not recommend getting drunk when you're going through benzo withdrawal. Bad idea. But I would drink, like, on particularly bad days where I felt like I just couldn't freaking take it. I would drink like half a beer or something like that. And that did help for me personally. Um if it would work for you, if you're cool with drinking alcohol, I don't know. That's just gonna depend on the person. But it did kind of help for me, so I'm just throwing that out there. What else can I talk about here? Oh, herbal teas. Um, yeah, like relaxed teas and sleepy teas and stuff like that. That helped a lot. That helped a lot for me. So I definitely recommend getting like herbal teas that relax you and sleepy teas and stuff like that. That really did help me a lot. Um, let's see. Um, oh yeah, there's also this one. There's like this Reiki mushroom supplement that you can use, and you can like mix it in with your tea. It's like this powder, like this cacao Reiki mushroom powder, and it does help relax you even more. So I would try getting that too. That stuff helps a lot. Just put that in your herbal teas, and that would help a good bit too. Um, I've definitely hit on all the major points at this point. Let's see if there's anything else I'm missing here. Um, Talk to people when you can. Be with your friends as much as you can, even though it's incredibly hard to even think about socializing with people when you're going through a benzo withdrawal. Do surround yourself with friends or family if you have them. It does help. It does help. Play with your dogs. If you have dogs, be with your cats if you have cats. That's all going to help a lot. Um, Keep yourself as occupied. Just keep yourself occupied if you can. If you can read, read. If you can play video games, play video games. If you can watch movies, watch movies. Do whatever you can to stay occupied if you're able to. Like I said, when I was the first few weeks I was withdrawing, I couldn't do anything. I was just it was just I was so it was so bad, so in my head the anxiety was so bad, I couldn't do anything. So do that if you can. Other than that, I think I've pretty much hit on everything I really wanted to talk about. Um I know this is absolutely brutal, guys. It's one of the hardest things you can go through in life for sure. It really is. It really is. But when you get through this, when you survive going through a benzo withdrawal, you truly are going to be one of the strongest people ever on the walking on the planet. There's no doubt about that. And you'll be able to tell people what you've went through, and you'll be able to help others that are going through it along the way too. So just know that. Don't give up. Don't give up with it. It does end. It feels like it's not going to end when you're going through it, but it does fucking end. Thank God it ends. You just gotta stay strong, man. But again, when you get through it, you're a true soldier. You're a true soldier if you can get through benzo withdrawal. Um, so that's really it. Oh, one more thing that I should mention: plant-based diet. I think being on a plant-based diet, vegan or vegetarian, when you're going through benzo withdrawal, I think that can only help speed up the process, because when you're on a vegan or a vegetarian diet, your metabolism is going faster. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can't. I mean, I'm not. I can't really back that up with with much. But like, I'm not a scientist or anything. But I think there is something about being on a plant-based diet that does speed up the process of healing. It's just eating very nourishing just brain foods like avocados and leafy vegetables and broccoli, just things like that. Also, the other food that does help though is I would eat salmon here and there, even though I was on a mostly plant-based diet. I noticed that salmon, the omega-3 content in there is gonna relax you a lot, and I noticed when I ate salmon during benzo withdrawal that it would just kind of relax me. Just something about it, just something about the omega-3s in there would relax me. So on bad days, maybe eat a good piece of salmon, and that may just see what it does. It helped me, I feel like. Um, anyways, though, I think that's about it, guys. That really kind of covers it. Um, so yeah, that's what I did, and I got through it. If I got through it, you guys can get through it. Because I got through it. I got through it mostly alone. Okay, I really didn't have all that much support. It was really mostly just me, and I got through it. So I know you guys can do it too. I'm still on klonopin now. I take it I take it once or twice a week, and I'm happy with that. Like that seems to work for me. I'm not I don't get withdrawals anymore. I just take it once or twice a week, and that works for me. My intention was never to get off of it completely, because Klonopin really has helped me a lot in life, and it's really got me through some dark stuff. But anyways, thank you for watching, guys. Best of luck with this hell of a process. Have a good day, though.